I am so excited. I have Ashley here today, and we're going to do a psychic reading for Ashley. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm
You-
so excited to be here.
You're welcome. And I consider this to be a vulnerable situation. So thank you for being vulnerable with
Of
the
course.
world. Today, we're going to see what guidance from Spirit that Ashley will get today. And welcome to my How Do You Spirit. And I just need a few minutes here to tune in to see what messages I get. So my hands will start getting tingly.
Mine already are.
Are they? Oh, I just got the chills when you said that.
Mine
I
are
love it.
tingling away.
The first thing they're showing me right now, and when I say they, I'm talking about her guides on the other side. They're showing me a box of chocolates, like a Valentine's box of chocolates. Does that mean anything to you? Is that a reference to you in any way that you can think of?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, well, hang on to that, because usually when they show me stuff, it means some things, somewhere. So let's see what they have. Your guides are showing me the big fat juicy heart, so they are sending you lots of love. And they are saying to me that they are so, I'm getting emotional, very proud of
sorry.
you. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling that emotion from them. And they are so super proud of you for the woman that you have become and that you are still becoming. They're showing me this beautiful flower of you just blooming and becoming this beautiful, beautiful soul. They're telling me that she's finally starting to find herself. Okay. And they're also telling me to tell you to hang in there. Okay. Everything is going to be okay. And they are telling me that you've really developed your intuition, and to really, I'm getting the chills again, to really listen to your intuition. You are very connected. You are very, you get the messages, and to really pay attention to that, because they're going to continue to provide all the guidance you need in your life moving forward. They're saying she's been through some shit. And yeah,
Ain't that the truth?
yes. And I'm getting the chills again. And they are just like back, just clapping for you, like cheering you on. And I not only see your guides, but I see you have this whole spirit team behind you, like this whole crowd of spirits back here, just beaming, smiling, that you just have so much support from the other side. I hope you realize that, because you have like this more than a football team I'm seeing back there supporting you in your journey. They're telling me to tell you to quit. Although you're listening to your intuition, quit. You're being very, what's the right word? Critical.
Thank you.
You're being very critical of yourself. You need to stop that. You need to take your power back 100% and realize that all this shit and crap that you're going through, it's not you. Okay? It is everything around you and different situations that have been brought to you. They're showing me a picture of your daughter, and they are saying that she gets it. As young as she is, she gets it. And she is behind you 100%. And she knows that one day everything is going to end and everything is going to be happy. And you are both going to have the situation that you both want. Okay?
That's refreshing.
She looks up to you. You're her queen. She looks up to you and is just in awe. I'm getting emotional again. How much that you have fought for her and you in trying to protect her. And I'm getting that later in life, when she's older, when she is old enough to decide, that I don't feel like she's going to be involved with the father. She is coming to me as an older soul, She been there, done that. She knows, you know. She gets it, she understands, and she does feel badly that you have to deal with what you deal with, and but know that she is supporting you 100%, even though she's still very, very young.
Yeah.
She is like cheering you on.
Oh,
Cheering you on.
she is definitely a mama's girl.
Yep. And
Yeah.
she is also, they're showing me that she is just kind of going along with the situation right now to keep the drama down. Does that make sense to you?
She knows how to play
Yep.
the game.
I just got the chills.
Yeah,
Yep.
she knows.
It's like she's this little actress.
She knows how to, play the part
Yep.
exactly to a T. Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
She's very privy to that.
Yep. She's just there to, I'm just here doing the thing because I got to. And when I don't have to anymore, I'm done. That's what I'm getting. Okay. They're showing me the big juicy heart again and just saying, good job. Good job, mama. Good job. They're so very, very proud of you. Do you have any questions relating to any of that?
That was pretty much so validating. Just what I've been I reach out to my ancestors and people who preceded me, and I try to have a close connection with them and to the universe to ask for guidance, especially.
You're doing an amazing job
over the past year or so, and it's just beautiful to have that reiterated.
Validated for you, right?
Yeah.
They're also telling me you are going to be having a big victory coming soon. So let me see. And they're showing me the court stuff. So I'm thinking this has to do with some court stuff that you've been dealing with. Do you have a question?
I just filed a big court filing, and I was actually proud because I did it very by the book, clear and concise, taken to court. I've been getting a lot of backlash from said ex about it and stuff like that. And it's not until August is when the court date is.
They're telling me victory, and they're clapping their hands, and they're saying, keep doing what you're doing. Like, she's her own little investigator.
It's been so hard trying to navigate the legal system as a non-legal, I'm more of a customer service, restaurant industry, retail, cosmetology, aesthetics person, but being Erin Brockovich has not been the easiest thing on the planet.
Well, you're doing a great job. They're saying she is doing a tremendous job. So keep doing, and they're reminding me to tell you to keep that intuition, keep that in mind, okay? Because I do see a victory coming. I don't know if this this court stuff that you have going on, they're showing me dollar signs. I feel like there's going to be some kind of monetary thing for you.
That
makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because they're showing me the victory with the dollar signs popping. So I feel like you're going to not only win, but there's going to be some financial gain from it as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and they're just, good job, girl. Good job. Do you have a question?
So I've been like lately in my life, I've noticed a lot of transitions in my relationships with people. Like kind of weeding out the garden of friends type thing.
I just got the chills. Yep.
Paving a way for something different, but in the same turn, it's hard to understand, I guess.
Keep doing what you're doing. You need people in your life that support you 100% and that aren't doing this. You don't need to hear the chatter in your ears from anybody else. You need to listen here. And you're doing the right thing by, having your tribe in your life and having the right people with you to support you, because you need it. You don't not only need the spirit team, but you need the human
team. I have a really good support system.
Yeah.
In very few people, but I'm very fortunate and blessed for that.
Yes, and keeping those people close, and they're always going to be there to guide and support you. They're taking me to job. I see you being also super successful. Have you questioned your career path?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, they're telling me, stop it, stop it, stop it. Because you are service industry, you're going to be amazing. You're going to be like everybody's little counselor.
I am certified through the state of Utah as a peer support specialist.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
oh my gosh, I just got the chills again.
I got certified through the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse to kind of be a liaison between a traditional therapist and you work under a therapist and like a best friend. Like, I've done CBT life coaching course, and I'm a certified CPSS, so I've done some work in helping people and get through their own struggles.
You are definitely, like, people think you're magical. Like, what you tell people and when you help them, they really listen to you. They feel the energy. And I mentioned to you earlier before we were on camera that you have very good energy. And people feel that from you. You have a very loving, supportive energy, which people are attracted to. When you speak, they listen. Okay? That's a gift you have.
I was just told by a close friend that she was having a really hard time. She just lost her mom, and she's going through a lot of transitions in life and life choices, and she's now, on her own and stuff, and she's like, there's that one day when you just talked me down and I felt so much better.
See?
And I'm like, that's what it brought me to, like, when you mentioned that, like, it feels good to know that there's merit to, my compassion towards people. And
yep, absolutely, they listen to you. This happens to me sometimes when you're out in public. I call it the zombie stare. Do people like stare at you? Have you noticed that? Because I feel like people, when you go out, you attract people. Do you ever feel like?
I feel like I attract people. I'm a people person.
Yes.
So it's easy for me to just like strike up a conversation, or I think people feel welcome to just strike up a conversation with me.
It's because of that amazing energy you have.
Something like that, yeah. Like, I've always been, it doesn't matter if it's a stranger or anybody, yeah.
Yep.
A lot lately, especially strangers that have been like calling out to me and just complimenting me, or just inquiring something or whatever. Just like,
it's that amazing
so
energy.
Random. That's funny that you say that, because I've been getting that a lot lately.
Yep. People are like, you suck people in a good way.
Good. Good.
I just see you walking around and people are like, who is that girl? I must talk to her.
Yeah, I've been getting that so much lately. A lot lately.
Yeah. So they're saying keep speaking your words. People do listen to you. You have great advice. And when you speak to people, it's coming from down in here, Do you have any questions?
I'm a Cancer. Yeah. So there's that maternal instinct that encompasses that too, just the caretaker role, or wanting to fix and make things better for people, and friends till the end and stuff like that.
Make sure you're protecting your energy, though.
I have had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, because you are a sucker.
Yep.
People are drawn to you.
Yeah.
And they make sure you're protecting yourself.
For me, that's been a struggle, like, not to get taken advantage of by some people, like some people that I have felt close to, that end up just sucking the life out of me.
Yep.
Like, it's very important, and now more than ever I feel like I'm going through like this transition, and
definitely
like to protect myself and my tribe and my vibe, and not to let things or people try to weigh me down.
Yes.
I've been weeding out the garden of friends a lot lately.
That's good. You need to do that because the more that you have people that support you, that you're just going to become stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's important to be protecting yourself.
Putting myself first has always been a struggle, but
because you're too nice.
Yeah. Well.
And you do want to help everybody. So you got to pick and choose who, the real people are who you're helping, and just be cautious with that. I also see you they're going back to the career, the job stuff. I also see you doing something else and you're kind of like, they're telling me she's a master of all trades.
I was just thinking the jack of all trades. I wear many hats. I've had a very colorful career path already.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. They're saying she's a master of all trades. She'll be great at anything she does. But I feel like you're gonna have more than one thing going on at all times with job and career. Just remember, they're telling me to tell you to remember to keep your balance good. Okay. Always, you still need to make time for you and take care of yourself. You need to be a little bit more selfish with that. When I've done readings lately, I don't see people very grounded, but I feel like you're pretty grounded. Do you feel like you're grounded? When I see people that aren't grounded, they're like walking 2 feet up off the floor.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're pretty grounded.
I feel like I'm getting to a place in my life, and also like within my spirituality and, my self-confidence and things, that I am getting better at grounding myself.
I see that.
So I feel like as of recently, I've been feeling more grounded in just where I stand and where I'm going at the moment, and who I want to be, and how I'm,
how you're getting there.
How I'm getting there, and, through the legal system with my daughter, even just like trying to, I guess one of my questions is like coping with the trauma of what me and my daughter experience on pretty much a daily basis. With our situation is pretty bad at most of the time, trying to deal with impossible, but like my strength.
They're doing this. Keep your chin up.
Okay.
Keep your chin up. I can see you like, excuse me, they're showing me a picture of you like being sad in the background and not allowing those emotions to come through. Okay. But they're saying, keep your chin up, and it's okay to cry sometimes. Okay. It's okay. You gotta let that emotion out as part of your healing process. Okay?
Yeah. Sometimes I let it get the best of me.
Yeah, she's an overthinker. That's what they're telling me.
Yeah.
She's an overthinker. I think sometimes we all kind of are overthinkers,
right? Right. When it comes to your baby, though, it's like, Mama, how can you Mama not bear. Take your mind off that at times,
Yeah. Do something when you feel you are getting into that space of the overthinking or the over worrying and stuff. Try to do something creative. And they're telling me something music. Are you musical?
I love music. I listen to a lot of music, and I do have a creative side to me that I embrace.
They're telling me to have you do something with music. Excuse me. So I almost see you. Have you written songs, or have you thought about writing songs?
I've had writer's block for a while now, but I used to write a lot of lyrics or like poetry and things like that.
Okay.
It's been a while since.
They're telling me turn the music on and start writing again.
Okay.
Turn the music on and start writing again. And that's going to help you kind of retrain your brain, if you will, to when you get in that space to turn it into something positive. And they're like, she'll be amazed.
Okay.
As what is going to be on the paper. I feel like too, you should, do you keep a journal of your story? I think you should start keeping a journal, or I feel like in your future, there's going to be some big advocacy for you with dealing with your daughter and how you've dealt with it on your own. And
I want to be able to turn it into something to where I can help other women who are
yes, I'm
experiencing
getting
the same
chills.
type of struggles.
They're
Like-
showing me actually you standing up in front of people talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I'm getting the chills again.
Like,
so
I want my experience and, you know, everything that I've been through, you know, in such a high conflict and traumatic situation to be able to inspire women to be able to handle it on their own as well, you know, because the wheels of justice turn very slowly.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people out there who are in the dark of what to do or what to do next, or they don't have people. Like, there's a lot of people in my life and a lot of people who have come up on the wayside because they don't understand my situation.
Right.
You know, I've lost friends just over how complicated it is with dealing with, you know, the ex and the legal and the
They don't
things
understand.
like that. They don't understand it, so it kind of pushes them away. But just to be a support to people who are experiencing similar or close to things like that is something that I want to give back definitely to in the world.
I see you standing there. They're saying that's going to give you so much soul fulfillment. But I do see you standing in front of a bunch of women talking, sharing your story. And I feel like there's almost a book coming too, like later.
I started vlogging my experiences not last year, just of what's happening with this guardian ad litem or what's happening with this court date or what he's doing here and there. But lately it's just so compacted, full of every second there's something different happening.
Don't give up on that.
That I have put it on the wayside for a little while, but to keep better track of that, I think is super important.
Yeah. They're just telling me they're like, she needs to take notes. She needs to take notes.
Oh, I do. Okay. I need to document better.
Yeah. They're like
from a personal side instead of a legal side, documenting it like my journey.
Yeah, exactly. I just got the chills again. So yes, you're on point with that. You need to journal your journey.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's been rigorous. So like my trauma brain sometimes just won't like have me it out, you know. I just feel like I'm just have to get through it, flight or flight type mode right now. But I think, you know, even my primary care doctor is like, they've encouraged me to go on short-term mental health disability just because of how debilitating it's been and how traumatic it's been and how, you know, daunting and, you know, like even legal aid's like, your case is too ongoing for us to help you. Like, I can't get legal aid to even help pitch in, you know. So it's like I've been in this kind of flight or fight mode, but I think
you're going to start coming out of it though. I see you like slowly like rising up.
I feel like I'm kind of getting out of that too. Like,
you're starting to climb the wall.
I'm climbing out of a big funk.
Yep. Yeah. You're there. You're in the beginning of that. And it's still going to take some time.
Sure.
But they're saying don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. They're like cheering you on again. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. And when you do get down again, take that time to put your thoughts onto paper. They're very telling me again and again, she needs to write. She needs to write. She needs to write. So keep that in mind. They're taking me to your health. The first thing that came to my mind was your knees and your feet. Do you have any knees or feet issues?
I just had a hip replacement a couple years ago.
Okay.
But as far as my knees and my feet,
they're not bothering you?
Not a little bit sometimes, but
they're telling me that this is like a foundation thing for you. So make sure they're like really wanting you to beat on you about keeping you on, keep going with what you're doing. So because you want, if you don't stay on your path, then I see some instability with your feet and knees. We don't want you to have an accident. Okay.
It's funny you mentioned knees because my grandma passed away a couple years ago and she had knee problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I went to a medium after she had passed because the way she went down was so tragic. And she's like, my knees have been hurting all day. And I'm like, my
I got the
grandma
chills.
had knee problems. My grandma Maggie had knee problems.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that might be her trying to come through, maybe.
Let's see if she's here. I'm still, they're saying that still your foundation. You need to be careful. But let's see if we can bring her in.
Is that kind of like a staying grounded? And
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Staying grounded and keep walking on the path you're walking on. I just see that you're walking down the path and there's some little forks in the road, turns to the right and the left. There's going to be some choices that you're going to have to make coming up, but I don't see like big curves. So they should be fairly navigable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You still have some choices and things to work through, but you're on your correct path, and keep doing that so you can keep your foundation strong.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Let's see if we can bring Grandma in here. Okay, let's see. She's showing me a gold necklace. Do you have a gold necklace, or does a gold necklace, is there significance?
I just put a gold necklace on my daughter today that was from my grandma.
She's here. I'm getting the chills.
My legs are like shaking and I'm like, this was Grandma Maggie's.
She's definitely here. That's our validation that she's joined the party. So, yep, she's showing me the gold necklace. She's like, hey, baby.
No. I miss her a lot.
She knows.
I feel her presence a lot.
Yep. She likes to stare at you when you're sleeping, and a lot of our loved ones do that to us. She is... Do you feel like someone messes with your hair or something sometimes? She says she likes to touch your hair. She's telling me she likes to play with your hair. She's like, she's not paying attention.
But no, probably not paying attention. Yeah.
She's got a lot on her plate.
Well,
Grandma.
I just had people spend 6 hours doing it, so maybe that has something to do with
it.
Right. But
I also see her around when you're like in the living room area of your home.
She's everywhere. Her ashes are in my living room.
Oh, okay, because she's showing me.
I put her under the full moon sometimes.
She's like, thank you for that. I always need a recharge.
Yeah, she's a Cancer too, so
awesome.
We were very close. Yeah, my grandma.
She's showing me that picture of you in that living space. And she hangs around in there a lot too.
Is she there when I'm doing my little rituals and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she is this like beaming. Her face is, I see her with, does she have lighter hair-ish?
Mm-hmm.
When I see spirit, I don't see them like we're looking at each other.
Yeah.
I see like tones of colors.
She went all gray, and she's had blonde hair growing up and everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing lighter color hair. She also hugs Daisy too. So, and she's telling me that she knows that she's there. Maybe ask her, has she ever mentioned anything to you about seeing her or feeling her or anything?
I actually, when I went through my CPSS training through the state of Utah, I don't meditate. My trauma brain just can't get to that place. But it was shortly after she had passed away, we did a guided meditation, and she came to me through this meditation, and it was so beautiful. Like, they were talking about her having a gift and opening up a box, and it was this necklace. And like just like 4 days before that, my mom had showed me the necklace that she was going to send me of her ashes that they got made for me.
Yes.
So it was like my grandma coming, and like I just started bawling, and I'm like, that, like I didn't really get a lot of closure in her passing.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I could feel her, and I've always honored her. And
yes, and she says thank you so much. She knows how much you miss her, but she says, I'm still here. You just can't physically hug me, but I am still here
Yeah.
on your side.
I see a lot of Daisy's wit in her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a candy cane for some reason. Does a candy cane with regards to your grandma mean anything? She's showing me a candy cane.
A candy cane?
Yeah, I get the weirdest stuff, and we have to like sift through it and figure out if it means something. Well, it's gonna mean something if we don't figure out what that is right now.
I can't think off the top of my head right now.
She's saying something. Okay, it's the Christmas now. She's saying the Christmas.
Is she talking about the last Christmas?
See,
If she's talking about Christmas and the pillow, it might be a pillow that I had. One Christmas, she sent me this pillow with a black Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found a pillowcase with a black Santa on it, and I put it for my Christmas decor. But like the last Christmas, it's probably a Christmassy thing. She had replaced the Tickle Me Elmo that my ex destroyed of my daughters.
Uh-huh.
And that Elmo was still like really important to us. I don't know if it has anything to do with
Yeah,
Christmas.
she's shaking her head. She's like,
Tickle Me Elmo.
mm-hmm. She's shaking her head to me, but she's also now telling me that she misses those holidays with with all of the family. Did you guys celebrate Christmas in big form, or was it kind of a big to-do or something?
No, I was always the one to travel out to Oregon to visit her.
Okay.
After she passed away, I did get our family that weren't as close to her as I was together to do a memorial for her, and she wanted everyone to have ice cream sundaes, and we did that. We released balloons, and we do that on her birthday every year now.
Okay, so she's really, I'm asking her if she loves that you did the Christmas thing for her.
The memorial,
That
was on her birthday in July. Yeah.
She's still talking about this Christmas stuff.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to figure out what
Christmas.
I could ask her. She says she's there every Christmas with you. She likes to come and hang out with you at Christmas time.
I usually spend, if I don't have Daisy, I'm usually alone on Christmas.
Yeah,
so
that's when she's around with you. She's like, eat the candy canes. Do you not like candy canes? She's back to this candy cane thing again.
Maybe I need to buy some candy canes.
She's like, yeah, you need some candy canes. I don't know what this is, but she keeps showing me the picture of a candy cane. So I don't know. We'll have to check in with each other.
Back.
Yeah. And see what that candy cane means.
Yeah.
Because she's very, very adamant about that. Do you have a question for her while she's here?
She's obviously, I think at peace from what I've gathered and stuff.
She goes, I was tired. I have stuff to do over here.
She has people and things there. Yeah.
And she's like, I was just tired. It was time for me to move on, she says.
Yeah, she took care of my mom in a lot of ways too. Yeah.
But no, she's very happy. She feels wonderful. She's also showing me her. Were you holding her hand or something? Did you see her before she passed? She's showing me.
I actually,
her hand.
Old Man John was a mentor of mine who passed away, and I was there with him when he was he was passing away.
Oh,
Old Man John.
Was you holding his
hand? I was holding his hand.
Yep. Okay.
Not while he was passing, but pretty close up to the day he died. I was there every day at the hospital.
Yep. He's coming
visiting him.
Yep.
And I'm really close to his wife now. She's who my daughter calls Grandma.
He says, "Thank you, honey. I appreciate and love you very, very much." He's stepping forward. That's the hand holding.
Yeah, I held his hand.
Yep. He's at front and center now.
Is he? Oh, how wonderful. He's also one of the people that I reach out to in my darkest hours.
He says, I'm always, always here. And he truly appreciates your friendship. He cherishes your friendship.
He gave me a family. Like, I wasn't really close to his wife before he died, but
yeah,
that experience who my daughter calls grandma. She's like my mom. She's like my biggest supporter. She just got her acrylics done yesterday by me at my school and everything. So like,
he's like, you're making her all fancy and shit.
He would say something like that. Yeah. And she just loves it. And she's my main supporter. And she's been the number one person who's helped me through all of this. And
he's saying, hold on a minute, but do you realize how much you have supported and helped her?
I don't see that.
He wants you to recognize that.
Okay.
That it's gone both ways, that you have helped her as much as you feel like she's helped you. So he's like, they're a great team. They're a great team. And they, you complement each other very well. And he's so grateful that you have been able to get her through this, because you're the one. He's like, she's the one that has helped her get through this, the hard time with him passing and stuff. And he is just so happy, and he loves you so much. I'm getting the big heart, the juicy heart emoji again. So he's sending love to you, and he's very, very grateful for all your love and support for her.
Does he want her to know anything?
Let's see. When you said that, something weird again, something about eggs, is I see like those, those, I don't know what you call them. Those, did she collect like fancy little eggs or something?
She collects fancy trinkets from all over the world.
Yeah. There's something about an egg that she has, and maybe ask her, it might have been something about an egg, to do with an egg, and it's got like paintings, like painted or something. I see him he's like handing her this egg, and he's telling you to tell her to talk about the egg.
Okay.
So that'll be
ask
something
her about it.
But he loves her very much. And he's telling me that he comes to her in her dreams. So
that's what I've heard from a medium. I've only been to one other medium, but that's what he said
before.
Yeah,
he says, I come to her in her dreams. That's when I visit her, is when she's dreaming. I come to her in her dreams.
Okay.
So maybe ask her about that. That's him. That's really him there.
Yeah.
Supporting her. And
she says she's a vivid dreamer. So
okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's great.
He is telling me that if it was not for you, he thinks that she would have lost her will to live. Your supporting her, again, has been so important to see that there's life after he was gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that she would have probably not been around too much longer without you. So again, take credit. He's saying you need to take credit for the support that you've given to her. You've kind of like given her a new perspective on life and will to live, he's saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So good for you.
Thanks. Thanks, old man John.
He's laughing.
Sure miss you.
He misses you too so much. He says, you're just so dear to my heart. And
there's so
special.
many times I just wish that he was still around, that I can talk to him.
He says, Sonny, I'm still here. Talk to me. Talk to me. You just got to listen. He says, I try to talk sometimes, but you don't always hear me. You're not listening. Talk to him when you're listening to the music. Okay?
Okay.
He's saying, I can get through a little better when there's some music going on.
Yeah.
It's a frequency thing.
I always find my zen when I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to him when you really want to have a good conversation. Talk to me when the music's playing.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for him? He's doing this. Was he like, does that make sense to you?
Like nudging?
He's like, go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him.
Yeah.
Keep fight. He was like he was like a dad to me. He's my big supporter. He was just a regular at the place I worked for 10 years, and him and I just had this attraction to each other, and it like,
You were connected before in a previous life.
we were.
Yep. I'm seeing that now. Connection.
He was like a dad to me.
Mm-hmm. He's telling me that he's like, I was just a little tyke. I see him connected to you as family in a previous life, but as a younger boy.
Huh.
Yeah, he's like, this ain't the first rodeo with us.
Oh, wow.
So you've definitely been connected previously and on a family level, because I'm seeing the cord to you and him.
He's helped me build a family.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he's like, don't worry, it's going to happen again.
I feel like he helped pick exactly who Daisy is as her little soul. Like, I tell her all the time, I'm like, old man John and Katie, your grandpa, I think he helped pick you out with your sense of humor and just your wit and how funny and beautiful you are and smart. Like, I always tell her that he helped out in picking her.
100%. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's again very proud of you. I know I keep saying this, but he keeps telling me you've saved my wife's life.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I feel like she saved mine, but
both ways.
It's reciprocated.
But yes, but he wants you to understand and acknowledge that you have done that with her as well. She just didn't do all the saving. You did the saving too. Okay. Do you have any other questions for him? I see him dancing. Did he like to dance or something? He's like doing a little jig.
No, he always had that. He would do little jigs.
He's like doing this little jig. I see him dancing around.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I can see, yeah.
He's like, I can get jiggy with it now and not be in pain.
Yeah. My other grandpa was very big about dancing and stuff too.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah, he's dancing on the other
My
side.
papa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
You've gone over so much.
I love it.
I'm sitting here in awe right now, like just trying to take it all in.
Right.
Like I'm stunned. Like I don't know. Do you have anything else?
I'm asking, I'm trying to bring your guides back forward. Let's see if we can figure out who your guides are. Have you heard about who your guides are? Okay, let's see what we got for the guides. So the first guide that's coming forward is Amel, and he's coming, showing me he's like in his 40s-ish, and he's average size, not real tall, not short, just average height. He's got dark hair, and it's shorter up over the ears. And now he's showing me the cord again. I feel like this guide...
I had an ex-boyfriend commit suicide that was...
I just got the chills.
That had short hair and average build.
I'm getting the chills. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think about him a lot.
Yeah, because I'm seeing this cord connected to you. Did he ride motorcycles?
He was in the Marines.
Oh.
He rode tanks.
Tanks.
He was a tanker. Yeah.
He's laughing. He's showing me motorcycles for some reason.
I don't know about any motorcycles.
He's like, he's telling me it's always been a dream to have a Harley. Did he ever have?
He's always wanted one.
That's the validation. He's like, it's always been my dream to have a Harley. So that's the validation for you. So yes, he is front and center, and he's also showing me a number 3. Does the number 3 mean anything? Days, month, time frame. He's showing me number 3. How long were you together? Do you have a day that was significant that might have been on the 3rd of the month or something?
That all could be a possibility.
Okay. He's showing me a number 3. So check, as
and relative to him and I.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, number 3. That's probably
Maybe
another.
that's how many times we broke up and got back together.
Maybe. He's laughing right now.
I was warned about him.
He's like, I'm not that bad. He wants you to know too that he's super proud of you, and he's, got your back and apologizing for some things to have to do with your past together. He says, I'm so sorry, honey. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he's up here in the front. Let's see who else we got. Usually when I see guides, I have the main guide in the front, and then if there's additional guides, they kind of stand off to each side. But this time I'm seeing 2 females off to would be his left, because I'm looking at him. One's kind of grumpy. She's like, don't bother me. Okay. Apparently she don't want to talk. The other female, so that the grumpy one, she's got darker long hair. She's telling me that she's the one that has to keep your senses and keep you straight. Does that make sense?
Oh. I don't know who she might be, but I appreciate her. She could be like a great grandma of mine.
I don't see that she's related.
No. Oh,
she's just there. She's your serious side.
Oh, okay.
She goes, it's very, very hard to get through.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, I'm the serious side, but I don't get to play much because she doesn't listen to me. Okay.
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's the serious one. The other female is showing me she's got hair about to here, and it's kind of a dirty dishwater blonde, not dark, not light. Very, very thin and a little bit taller. She's showing me the big heart again. So she's sending you love. And she's saying, I'm the one that helps you with all things daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell her I said thank you.
Yes. She's like, I know. You're welcome.
She reminds me of my Aunt Susie, who's still alive. But yeah.
Yeah. She says, I'm all things daughter. I'm all things daughter. So when you have questions about things to do with that situation, call on her. She says you can name me whatever you want.
Okay.
Just don't pick a dumb one.
As I'm thinking of a dumb one.
Yeah, she's like, don't give me a dumb name. So,
I like that.
Yeah, so we got, that's all I'm seeing. You've got a whole team again behind you. But that's your main spirit guides, the 3 of them. So, do you have any questions for them, or?
I think a lot of the questions I have are just, in a matter of time will tell, I've been trying more recently as of just, even the past year to embrace my spirituality. And I just want to know, like, if there's any insight on how I can strengthen it.
They're showing me
so I can be more connected to these guides.
Yep, they're showing me you holding something. Do you like crystals? Okay, they're showing me
cleanse them under the moon and
getting the chills again.
Yeah.
So
I have crystals. I have amethyst is one of the big ones, and rose quartz, and I cleanse them under the moon, and I have them around when I do my little, I don't want to call them spells, or like rituals, where I have all the pictures of my deceased loved ones out, and I'll pray to them, or just like maybe practicing that more.
Yep, you're very, again, we talked about earlier how your energy. So really play around with the crystals more. And find, the crystals that really resonate you, and call on them for their energy to help you with your situation.
I'm always looking into it. There is that store on Redwood Road. I don't know if you've been to the rock shop there, but they have
not.
all these crystals and geodes, and they tell you what everything means, and I'm fascinated. I go there to get my incense and my sage and my rocks, and Daisy gets a special rock every time she goes. And
you're on the right track. They're saying yes. Just try to do more practices and spells and stuff with those.
Okay.
Yep. You're definitely on the right track. You've developed so much. I also feel like that you kind of don't know what to do with it. That
Right.
you know things, but you question yourself.
Mhm.
You like you get an idea, and that's spirit talking to you. Something that I had to learn is, what's the first thought that pops in your mind?
Right.
You know, we have to learn to turn our human brain off to deciphering what our human brains are thinking, our brains are thinking, to what the message is. So practice with that. Ask a question. And something also that worked really well for me that might work for you is to ask for a sign. If you have a question to something, or you need a validation, whatever, say, okay, spirit team, or whatever you want to name your guides, show me this, to validate my answer, my question that I'm
Right.
looking for.
Yeah.
So try that. You'd be
Okay.
surprised.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying that.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
But no, you have grown just so much, and you're very much on your path. You're very much where you're supposed to be. You've had some very hard lessons, but you've had to go through these lessons to get to the end of your soul journey. Does that make sense?
To get to where I'm
Mm-hmm.
going.
Yep. So it's been rough, but again, they're doing this. Keep your chin up again. What's his name? Old man, what?
John.
Yeah. Keep your chin up. Everything's gonna work out.
Do they see anything? Because I know I've always had not the best choices in partners.
Mm-hmm. Your
Like,
picker's broken.
my picker's broken. That's what he says. I can't imagine John saying that. Like, I've taken a step away from all of that right now.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just being validated in that.
Yes. So you can't don't worry about that right now. That's not for
It's
you
not
right now.
on my priorities.
No,
Yeah.
not for you right now. If you start getting integrated
With more,
it's gonna fuck with your brain,
mhm.
and you're not gonna be able to remain focused.
Sure.
So
That's good to know.
I do see someone coming in, and they're back to the number 3. So I see someone coming in, dark hair, not long, like kind of shaggy-ish, but not like long straight hair, but kind of shaggy longer hair, not like businessman type, but just loose kind of shaggy hair. Very tall, and not real slim, not skinny, but slim. So tall, slim, and shaggy dark hair. And they're showing me the number 3 again. So they're saying you're about 3 years out before any of that's. You got to get all this other
Stuff out
tornadoes
of the way.
settled.
Sure.
But yes, you definitely will find true love. You definitely will.
It's not on the top of my list right now.
Nope.
But it's just curious.
It's coming.
I have way more obligations right now than.
Yes. You would not, if you were to get in a relationship right now, it wouldn't serve you.
No.
Okay, they're saying it just wouldn't serve you. And then it's just
I wouldn't be able to serve it with everything that's going on right now. So, yeah.
Exactly. So, patient. Saying
Okay.
be patient.
I will.
You will get your true love. And you're going to know immediately when you meet your true love. You're going to feel like the high school girl,
Giddy, like a school girl.
Yeah. You're going to feel that energy. That will be the first time that you will experience true love. You think you've been in love.
I've thought
but
that.
you haven't.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
So yes, true love is coming your way, just not right now. So be patient. Okay?
Of course.
And they're saying, if you want to play a little bit too, go right ahead.
Lord have mercy. Not in this cesspool. we live in.
Right?
Yes.
But they're only showing me one.
Okay.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
I love the story.
So anyway.
And Daisy's hanging in there. She's being
Mhm.
protected and
Yes, grandma's there. And again, she's way smarter than anybody thinks she is. She's way, way more advanced and way smarter and knows so much more than she lets everybody believe.
oh yeah.
She gets it. She's going to be safe. Yes, there's going to be some hard times. It's not over yet, unfortunately. But again, they're showing me that victory again. I do see a victory coming for you and her. Okay?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, all right. Anything else?
I can't think of anything. This has been so helpful and just such a
Awesome.
beautiful experience.
I love
and thank
it.
you so much.
You're welcome. Let's pull a card.
Okay.
Are you good to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to move the table over and hopefully
I like how you have rose quartz and amethyst because I actually taught Daisy which stone was which, and she knows what a rose quartz and an amethyst is.
Awesome.
And those are the two main stones that I carry
Awesome.
around. So I have a little owl that's amethyst and a little one that's rose quartz for each of us.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
And she actually too is super powerful. So keep teaching her about the crystals and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Daisy is?
Yes. I love to play tarot.
I know, me too.
That's what my husband calls it. Are you playing tarot again? Flitting between the realms. Hermes bears you a message, and regardless of who this is from, it will be relevant at this time. He may even be able to relay your message to the different realms. Hermes reminds us to be clear in our communication with both the goddess and those around us. Don't make promises you can't keep. So I feel like this has to do with your spiritual journey. Awesome.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And please go to our website, howtousespirit.com. And if you're interested in a reading, send us a message and go follow us and subscribe on our YouTube channel at How to Use Spirit. I always tongue-tie that one.
Thanks again for having me.
Yes.